Hello there, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Right, hang on. Where am I? What am I doing? Cool. Right, this is where I want to be. Right. I hope everyone's doing well. Just saw my head bob again. Um, cool. So today I wanted to talk about pretty much all things Star Wars gaming at the moment. We've had Hunters soft launched just over a week ago. Lego Star Wars Castaways came out last Friday. The Quantic Dream game could be revealed in about 2 weeks' time. And there's a lot going on at the moment, which is really nice. So I thought it'd be cool to talk to you guys about it. If there is anyone to talk to, that is, of course. Just need to make sure the old Twitter knows as well. So bear with me a moment. If you are lurking in the chat, then say hello. Would be much appreciated. Where am I going? Cool. Right. Live now. Bam, bam, bam. Right. So, I probably should have made a list, actually. I probably should have made a list of what I want to talk about, but I'm open to you guys, honestly. Whoever's in the stream, if there's anything you want to talk about Star Wars gaming, then go ahead. If not, then I'll probably start off with some Hunters stuff, and then I'll go over to Castaways. Then we'll do some Quantic Dream talk, and then yeah, we'll kind of go from there, I think, because it'll be interesting. At the end of this year, like my last video of the year will be kind of like a timeline of events of how this year's gone for Star Wars gaming, and then my first video of next year, so a couple days later, will be what I think 2022 will look like with regards to Star Wars games, which I think could be really interesting. So yeah, that's my current plan. I've also planned out the rest of this year's content. So there's lots of Star Wars Hunters stuff. There's lots of Lego Star Wars Castaways. There's just a lot going on, really. So yeah, let's start off with some Star Wars Hunters. So obviously, it soft launched last week. It was on Android only in the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and India. So it was only those 4 countries. A few people managed to get in, but because it was on Android and Google and like Google accounts, you had to a VPN wouldn't work, so you had to do all these other things. But basically, it wasn't looking like I was going to be able to play it. But thankfully, an APK for PC was created. So if you have a PC, you can play Star Wars Hunters. Basically, you just need to follow the steps that's on the Discord. And if anyone does want a link to the Discord, I will get that for you and pop it in the chat. Just let me know if you're not already in there. But either way, that is very good. So I have now been able to play it, which is very fortunate. So yeah, it's overall really enjoyable. I don't know where to start because there's lots of really cool stuff in the game. Like the gameplay's a lot of fun. The abilities are all super creative and enjoyable. It's like visually they're cool to watch as well with a lot of them. Utuni in particular, his ultimate ability is like It's almost like a mini Death Star laser. It kind of, the two Jawas construct this little thing real quick. It's like a Treadwell droid, and then just shoots a green laser forward. And obviously, you can aim that, which is really cool. Sentinel's ultimate ability brings 2 jet troopers into the fight as well, which is really cool. So it's just more stuff. There's a lot going on with the abilities, which I really like. Map wise, again, like they're all pretty solid. I'm hoping that they'll release a normal like plain Hoth map at some point, because so far there's only 4 maps in the game, which, I mean, it's obviously understandable given it's a soft launch, but we've got 2 Tatooine maps for Control, which is Pod Race and Outpost. Outpost is the one that you see mostly in like the cinematic trailer, like, or towards the end of the cinematic trailer, and in a lot of the screenshots it's Outpost, like that circular one. So that's a cool map, pretty small but cool. And you've got Pod Race, which is definitely a bigger map, which is really cool. And they have pod racers flying through the middle of it at times, which is also very cool. And if you get hit by a pod racer, you die instantly. You can also fall off that map. So that map is very different to the Outpost map, which is really good. It's obviously, both of those two are on Tatooine, as you can obviously tell by the buildings and the way it looks. But yeah, that's really good. Ewok Village then is the next one. Actually, let me get some images up on, not there, just so you guys can see it a bit better. Let me just make sure that's cool. So yeah, so this one here, this map down there, that's Outpost, which is cool. It's the pre-registrations. Oh, this I want to talk about as well. I do have a video going in a lot more detail on this hunter on Friday, and also starting next week, I'll be going to 3 videos a week again, which is cool because there's just so much to talk about. So there's another look at Outpost. This is the Hoth map. We don't know the name of it yet, but I look forward to knowing it. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So this is pod race. So these walls will come down when the pod racers fly through. So they'll come in from essentially behind you, Toonie, and then yeah, that's really cool. So the walls will go down, pod racers will zoom in, and you got 2 lanes for it. So sometimes it might be both lanes, so you cannot be on the capture point. Sometimes it might be the right, sometimes it might be the left, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice. It's a nice little sort of gimmick, as people call it. I also just noticed actually that blue line there, you can just see my mouse wiggling around. It looks like the almost commentary box, which is quite cool. Right ho, and then so yeah, that's the pod race map. That's Outpost again. There aren't really any images of the Endor and Aftermath one, which is a bit annoying. Star Wars Hunters Ewok Village. See if this has anything. There's a video there, which is good. This is all just useless nonsense. That's good. Does that thumbnail have the path in it? No, it doesn't. Right, so this will be an Endor, not Endor, Hoth map for Control, which is cool. Come on. Oh, there really is just nothing on here, is there? I mean, there's this video. I won't watch it, but you know, you can kind of see a video down there that is on there, which is pretty cool. Sadly, nothing on here either. As a wood carving. Wait, is this the Gorax? Do we even know it's... Oh, it's an Ewok. Oh, he's the one that confronted the Gorax. Okay, if that is actually if that's the actual one in the wood carving, that is cool. Right. Okay, it looks like I'm not really going to be able to get any good images of Aftermath or Ewok Village, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I mean, they're cool maps. Like every map has its own. You know, they've all got a lot of like Easter eggs and stuff in there, which is really cool. You know, it could just be something as simple. Excuse me. It could be something as simple as like as R2 and 3PO on the floor of like the center on the Ewok village, it's got like this central platform, which is where the control point is. And just outside the walls of that point, there's like R2 and 3PO paintings on the floor, which is really cool. Um, so it's just lots of stuff like that, which I really like, and yeah, I'm hoping we'll obviously get to see more. The sorry, the training mode, the training map as well. That's actually got quite a few things. So lots of graffiti, and with regards to this whole 10th Hunter thing, there is a Mon Calamari on there, which is really cool. So this is the 10th Hunter coming soon. We don't know who it's going to be. My assumption is that it's going to be a Mon Calamari, or it could be Scorer, who we saw in the leaks from September. But it's... Hang on. Let me get Discord across. So the potential so far is it's either Scorer, which is this Rhodian character, or it's going to be this Mon Calamari here, which would be pretty cool. Tom and Rob Gom, good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you very much, Rob. How about yourself? And how are you doing, Tom? Good to see you. Just in case you weren't too sure what I was doing, I was basically I'm going over my some thoughts about hunters. I've just spoken quite a bit about the maps, and now I'm going over the whole 10th hunter, who could it be, sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying hunters at the moment. It's a really great game. Like, there's pretty much no bugs with it either as well, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really excited for launch, whenever that's going to be. But even now, like with the soft launch, it's so good. I won't be able to stream it just yet though, because my laptop won't. I did do a test stream, but my laptop just can't handle playing the game and streaming at the same time, unfortunately. With that said, I am hoping to get a PC fairly soon-ish. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a long story, but there's a PC that I could be getting this week, but the GPU's really old, so I don't know if it'll be able to play games or not. If it can play Hunters, I don't know then if it'll be able to stream it as well. If not, then I could use my Elgato for it, but yeah, it'll be interesting. If not, if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to wait a few months probably until I actually get a proper like beefy PC that I want to get. But we'll see. It is good fun though. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing it a lot, and I will be playing it a lot. I'll be making loads of content on the game, but I just won't be able to stream it for now, which is unfortunate. So a bit happy and annoyed and sad. So mixed emotions at the moment at some IRL people. How are you? Well, hopefully those mixed emotions all turn happiness and stuff. But I am sorry to hear that. But yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. That's a shame. It does look fun, I must say. Yeah, it is. It is good fun. Wait, there's a monkey behind me. Yeah, hang on a sec. Yeah, it's my brother. It's a big monkey teddy, and he's wrapped up in Jedi robes. Bit of a meme. So yeah, there is a monkey behind me. There you go. Monkey. Where was I? You don't like the smoke in the arena map. I'm, yeah. I don't mind it. I can see why it's there. Like, it's there because otherwise it's just a massive line of sight right down the map, which obviously you could just design it so that that's not the case, but you know, they've designed it in that way, and then there's smoke coming through. Like, it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't have an issue with it at all, to be honest. Like, I just get I just understand it, really. Like, I get why it's there, and that's that, really. I don't have much of an issue. But it's different, you know, it's something different. GN, good to see you. Oh, that 2-year badge is looking spicy, I must say. That is looking very good. Much appreciated for the support though, man. That's crazy. So for those who don't know, GN is the first person to reach 2 years as a channel member. Insane. Truly amazing. Styles Hunters is much potential there, indeed. Yes. there is a lot of potential for hunters. I mean, already, like, I've been having conversations with the community, with Sammy and Twisted, and we're all loving it so far. I mean, I've had conversations with GN as well, of course, and so far, I mean, everyone I've spoken to about it so far has really enjoyed it, which is great to see. So yeah, it's such a like awesome feeling as well, because we all had we all came together because of Battlefront 2. This big amazing game that we all loved to an extent, and then that obviously ended, and it was heartbreaking. It really was. But then Hunters got announced, and I was like, oh, this could be it. This could be the game that brings that all back, and so far I really do think it will. It's a really fun game. The potential with it is very similar to Battlefront 2, because it's you're adding new hunters, which in Battlefront 2 would have been heroes. You're adding new maps, new game modes, new cosmetics, new features. Like the potential is there. So I'm really excited to see how it progresses. And exactly, Rob, it's so good to see a new multiplayer Star Wars game, because as much as a fan I am of single player Star Wars games and going through these new stories, as a content creator there's not a lot you can do with that, depending on the game. Fallen Order is a really good example, because the game itself was great. I really enjoyed it, loved the story, but the only thing I felt like I could really do with it was just do playthroughs, which I've done playthroughs of multiple different story stuff at the moment, over the couple years, and yeah. I've done multiple playthroughs of games, and the first video always does well, the second video does pretty well but drops down a bit, and then the third, and from that point on it just drops massively. So playthroughs just never quite go the way I want it to, so I just think if I'm going to do playthroughs I'll probably better off streaming it, really. But that's what I felt I could do, until they obviously added that battle grid several months later. But even then, like, that's not a massive amount of end game content to really be like making loads of content on. Great for mods though. It's just, as a console gamer doing this stuff, then I don't. There's not a lot I can do with it, and if Fallen Order 2 is very similar, then I can't really see myself doing a massive amount of content after it releases. Whereas a multiplayer game, sky's the limit, especially if it's it's going to be getting updates, right? So it's like, a thing that I'm going to be doing is speculation. I've speculated already, I've like analyzed certain things, I've covered news, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I mean, now that the game's soft launched, and even when it post launch, I'm going to be doing hunter concepts, so I'll try and do some skin related stuff with that, but it will mostly just be the abilities, and what type of class they are, and maybe trying to figure out the stats, maybe. So there's like 6 different stats, I think. So it's like damage, support, toughness, and things like that. They all have their own meaning. They all have their in-game definition as well, so it'd be a bit easier for me to kind of figure it out. But yeah, I'll be doing plenty of those, starting with the Mon Calamari you can see on screen there. Then I'll do one for Scorer, and then I'll look into some of my own original ideas. So that'll be cool. Are you going to watch the Mr. Beast Squid Game? I will, yes. Very much looking forward to that. I've not actually watched Squid Game itself, but I'm excited to see the stuff that Mr. Beast's done, because it's nuts. Even though I haven't met anyone from the internet, it's changed my life to get to know everyone through Battlefront and the YouTube community. No, exactly, yeah. I'm the exact same. Like, that's the thing. Like that's the power of gaming, right? And obviously YouTube. Like, you get to meet so many people from all around the world, and otherwise, if we didn't have Battlefront 2, or if we just didn't have Star Wars games in general, then like I wouldn't have met any of you guys, and I think Hunters has that opportunity to do the same. And the thing that a lot of people, especially when Hunters, I mean, especially recently, now that Hunters is on like Android, and people are like, oh, it's another mobile game, stuff like that. It's just, oh, mobile games. There's always this stigma around mobile games, and I've got to say, like Hunters is like as a mobile game, it's like especially is insane. It plays like it plays like a console game, but on a mobile. It looks really good visually as well. So that's awesome, and it's also going to be on the Switch as well. So it'll be on console as well in the Switch in regard to the Switch, which is really good. Um, but I just really think that Star Wars Hunters is going to break that stigma of mobile games. I mean, Galaxy of Heroes has got millions of players. I think they reached over 100 million players a couple months ago. So I think Hunters being a game like Overwatch in a sense, like you know, it's going to be. I think it's going to be massive. It's going to be launching on iOS, Android, and Switch at launch. Hopefully, it then comes to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X as well, and S of course. Maybe even PS4 and previous gen consoles. I'm sure it'd be able to run fine on those. So, yeah, I just think that'd be amazing because if we got all of that, just if the game came out on all platforms like that, and it was all cross play, it's all cross save like it is now, then gonna be nuts. I think it like honestly, I think it's gonna be huge, and they could easily service the game for years to come as well with all of this different content. It'll be great. Hopefully a little better graphics when it drops. So yeah, I mean the thing to remember, obviously, we're playing it on. I'm playing it on an Android emulator, so I'm essentially playing it as a phone on my laptop, and mobile graphics is never well. It's not always gonna look all flashy and fancy and stuff like that. And then with a game like Hunters, like they are gonna have to limit that. But if you look at all the screenshots that we've seen, I think those screenshots are from the Switch, and that looks really nice. So I think for sure the Switch graphics will probably look really clean. Mobile, I mean, we could definitely see an upgrading graphical improvement at that point, but by launch, but I'm not too sure. How good is Discord at responding reports? Wait, what? Could you give a bit more context? Where's my water? There it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just nice to see another multiplayer game because, yeah, I mean, content-wise, like for me, the last year or so, it's been, well, yeah, it's pretty much just been the last year because I mean, Battlefront 2 ended, the month after was a bit meh, but then there was Squadrons got revealed, and then I was making Squadrons content for a few months, and that was really cool. Yeah, that was great. But then obviously Squadrons released, and then a couple months after that was it. So yeah, I mean this year, I mean we've had a lot of good news this year, but it's obviously with no multiplayer games getting content and stuff like that. It's just been very very quiet in the Star Wars gaming community. So yeah, I mean now that Hunters is here, like there's that, and even Castaways as well. I'll touch more on that in a little while. But yeah, how do you save clips on Switch? You need an Elgato. An Elgato will work for the Switch. You can stream the Switch to PC via an Elgato. I think. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there might be a clip feature on the Switch anyway. To be fair, but I'm not honestly too sure. I think in terms of playing Hunters, it'll definitely be worth getting one, but obviously you don't want to be getting a whole console just to play one game. So yeah, I mean to be fair, the Switch has got some awesome games on there like Animal Crossing, all the Zelda stuff, Mario. Like there's a lot of really good stuff on the Switch that I think you could sink yourself into and stuff. I really need to get back on my Switch. Honestly, I've not played it in a while, which is really bad. So yeah, hopefully I'll do that. Oh, so I report something on Discord. Will Discord do something or ignore? Honestly, I've got no idea. I mean, I don't think I've really reported things much, but yeah. I mean, you'll just have to give it a go, honestly, and I think it might depend on the severity of the situation. Maybe if that's anything. One thing I can say is whatever our views on Styles games, it's so awesome to see passion, or the passion of all Styles gaming streamers, including yourself, and see how it brings people together. Oh, no, I completely agree. It's awesome to, because the thing is, as like a, as any creator will know, like when you start the channel, when you start your channel, you feel very isolated in a way because you don't know anyone. You're just putting out content. I mean, well, some people know people. Obviously, I think a lot of people have been encouraged to become content creators from their friends and all that stuff. Maybe they're in the community already. But like for someone like me, for example, I didn't know anyone. And then I started making content, and that's where it all really built up. I met Benji, and through him I met GN, and then I started meeting other people through that. And especially as you grow and meet new people, it like, you meet people exponentially. And you meet so many people. It's crazy, and you forge really strong relationships with people, and there's a really nice sense of camaraderie with your peeps. With your peeps. There's a really nice sense of community within, whether it's with other content creators or it's the community that you've created yourself, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's a powerful tool, is social media and YouTube and stuff, but sometimes it can be used for bad reasons, which is a real shame, because I think social media in general gets frowned upon massively by a lot of people, but it's because there's this, there's always a large group of people trying to, troll and do bad things on social media, which gives it that. It just gives it that, because I mean, it's the same for anything. It's always been the case. It's in the news and everything. The stories you always hear about is when something bad happens. That's what always comes first, and it's what people talk about the most. It's bad things, which I don't know. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's just like, can we think about the good stuff? Like, yeah, the sense of community that that I think, well, because obviously we didn't really get a lot of Styles games for a while, so it really was the Battlefront games from DICE that really brought the community, like the Star Wars gaming community in general. The Battlefront games really brought that all together again. Well, that's the way I see it anyway. The Battlefront games brought it all together, and now that now that we've got more games coming out, everyone from the Battlefront community knows about all these other games, and they're getting all hyped up together and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice. When Star Wars Hunters comes out fully, do you think ranked will be in it? I'm really hoping so. It's definitely got the potential for ranked game modes and just a ranked system and stuff like that. So I really do hope it does, and I'll definitely I'm gonna send like a feedback report at some point to the developers. So I'm hoping that so I'll definitely add that, because I think that would be really cool. Don't know if you've already answered this. I just joined. Well, good CCT. Hope you're doing well. When do you think the soft launch ranges will grow? It won't, as far as I'm aware. Soft launches don't often, to my knowledge at least, soft launches don't normally happen. Like, it won't be a case of, they start in these countries and then they'll slowly like migrate to these other countries as well. As far as I'm aware, that's not normally how it works. It'll just be these 4 countries for, a few months maybe, and then it will fully release. They might migrate to other countries, but I don't know. For now, though, it is just the 4 listed. Well, as I said earlier, it's Indonesia, Malaysia, India, and the Philippines. They're the 4 countries. But if you have a PC, you can play it via the APK. I can just get you a Discord link to the server where you get the information from if you want that. Yeah, I haven't played Mario since Nintendo DS, so it'd be fun to play that again too. Nice. I really want to play the Mario Galaxy games again though, because those things slap. They're so good. Bad news sells. It does. It's unfortunate. As an example, if someone reveals IRL info such as face or where you live, oh yeah, I mean if that's the case and you want to report it, then they should absolutely do something, Tom. But yeah, that is a bad thing of social media for sure. If you block all the trolls, they're not nearly as numerous as they may seem. Exactly. No, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, bad news and bad people sell stories, but they don't. It's it's for sure a minority. Absolutely is. Cool. Yeah, I'll get the link to the Hunters Network server. So if you do have a PC, it doesn't. You don't need a VPN or anything like that. You can just install the Nox emulator. Just follow the steps basically, and you'll get there. But yeah, thankfully there's no additional things, so no APK, no payment or anything like that. You just download the Nox emulator for free and then follow the steps, and you're golden. Just join through that Discord link. I haven't spoken to Benji in a while, to be fair. No, I probably should at some point. It has been a while. Right. I don't really know where I got up to with the Hunter stuff, but I want to now touch on LEGO Star Wars Castaways for a moment, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, I think I talked about that. I did. Yeah, either way, 10th Hunter could be Mon Calamari, it could be Scorer the Rhodian, there's options. It could be someone completely new, but I have a video going up on that on Friday. Let's open image in a new tab, shall we? Cool. I used to watch Russell Howard's Good News. Should be Good News only program. Yeah, it's not. Wait, is it not? Or I do like Russell Howard though, fellow Bristolian. Right. LEGO Star Wars Castaways. What can I say about this beautiful game? Well, so for those who aren't aware, LEGO Star Wars Castaways, which is this game here, that released on the Apple Arcade on Friday. So you do need an Apple device, and you do need to own the Apple Arcade subscription or whatever. Basically anything that will allow you to play the Apple Arcade. That's what you need. What's with that Jump Trooper? Will that ever be in the game? The Jump Trooper is Sentinel's ultimate ability. So yeah, I definitely say it's worth watching the video on Friday. But in short, Sentinel's ultimate ability calls in 2 Jet Troopers, and that's why we saw it in that leaked image. So yeah, that's debunked. So yeah, Paras, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been pretty good. Last few weeks, especially with all the Star Wars gaming news and stuff like that. To the moon, right? It's good. It's very good. But yeah, LEGO Star Wars Castaways. I honestly didn't really know what to expect from this. LEGO Star Wars Battles, I really enjoy it, and I've just not played it in a while, but I never have a lot of motivation to go back and play it, which is a shame because it is actually a really fun game and it is getting updates and stuff like that. We're now onto the 3rd season. So the first season was obviously launched. The second season introduced the Scarif planet and 4 new units to place. Then season 3 didn't add anything new apart from obviously the new season and the reward for that, but that is fine. But I mean, to be fair, actually, they might have done that because Castaways was launching. They didn't necessarily want a massive incentive for loads of people. Just play Castaways for a bit. Don't know. Anyway, we watched the trailer. I didn't really know what else to expect from this game, but I'm really pleasantly surprised. I'll have a full-on review for it next week, which I'm going to work on tomorrow. But it's really fun, honestly. Like they start, it's just original trilogy content at the moment, but you can customize your character with all these different pieces of cosmetics. So you can see here you've got like a Death Star Trooper head on Bosk's shirt, and then you've got a stormtrooper, like a sand trooper body here, like stormtrooper helmet at the back there. That's an actual character called Tutor, which is tutor. But that's a droid. He's pretty cool. Sounds cool as well. But yeah, like there is an actual proper story with the game. There's a few different activities you can do. You can just level up and progress and do these holo sims, and the gameplay itself is actually pretty fun as well. So if you do have Apple Arcade and you haven't checked it out, then I definitely recommend it. And earlier today, actually, overnight there was an article that was released about the game, and an executive producer for Lucasfilm Games, so he worked on Castaways, he's working on Hunters currently as well. Well, I think he worked on Castaways, but either way, obviously he's a Lucasfilm Games producer, so he's spoken about it. But what did he say? So yeah, it was a great article and all that stuff, and in that article it says, so for now, the original trilogy is our baseline, but researchers on the island, so it's like in-game story stuff, and us, the game developers, are working hard to unlock additional content from the Star Wars universe. So, basically, well, and then I said that paragraph, I replied to that tweet saying this definitely caught my attention, and he then replied to that saying we have great stuff ahead, more on that very soon. So, it looks like we'll be getting some Lego Star Wars Castaways news pretty soon, maybe within the coming weeks, on the future content for the game. But it's definitely going to be getting updates, which is really cool. So hopefully we'll be getting prequel trilogy content. Hopefully we'll get some sequel stuff as well. Maybe some High Republic stuff, perhaps. I don't know. That would be really cool. The main thing for me, though, is like customization. I love customization. So I want to get clone trooper helmets. I want to be able to... I mean, they probably won't do battle droids, obviously, because you're like a human character. Clone troopers, Jedi robes. There are 4 classes in the game, one of which is called Force Adept, so you can learn to be a Jedi, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really fun game. There's quite a bit of depth to it. It's it's not like, it's not the story isn't repetitive. Let's put it that way. Like, there's 5 or 6 like holosim missions you can do, as well as 3 or 4 vehicle ones. But the story, you might have to go into a certain holosim to gather. Like, I had to go into the Mos Eisley holosim last night to gather some data cubes and stuff like that. So I went in to do that and then came out, and then so not everything to do with the story is focused inside the holosims. It's all like, it could be around the island, speaking to people, and it's a really interesting and cool story at the moment. So I'm excited to see where they go with that. And like I said, I'll do a full review next week. The customization reminds me of Lego Star Wars Force Awakens game. I mean, it can be very mix and match. I mean, I'll boot up the game now, and I'll boot up the game on my phone so I can just show you guys a little bit more about it. So I won't obviously be on it for long, don't you worry. Yep. Oh, I don't care. Alright, bear with. Let me just get on Streamlabs so I can see a bit better. So that's like when you load up, that's how it looks. Very cool, nice animations. The names are like randomly generated, so you can't change them, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, so the currency in the game, there's obviously no microtransactions as well. Actually, it's worth saying that, because it's on the Apple Arcade, which is good. But you got 2 currencies. So you got data bits, which is the blue. So you got when that focuses, you got the blue ones on the. Hang on. Oh god. Yeah, you got the blue ones, which is data bits, and the purple ones, which is crap. I can't remember the name of them. I'm pretty sure it's still data something, but I actually can't remember now. But you can use the pink ones to get like iconic styles things. So it could be like emperors. So there's a lot of stuff to do with the Emperor and Vader and Boba Fett and stuff like that, which is cool. Um, the store for this one changes every. Well, so let's. Yeah, the store for this changes every day, so that's cool. So you can see that's like Han's hair there selected. Then you've got above that you've got the Emperor's robes, then you've got some Princess Leia stuff, and yeah, it's just cool. So you can get like full outfits as well. It's not like you can only get certain parts, but you can actually get full outfits. And then here you've got like 3, market vendors here. So the one on the left is the helmets and like it's like helmets and the hair and stuff. The middle one is bodies, and then the right one is legs. So the helmets are pretty cool. So you can get oh well, that's quite the store. So you've got the decline. Oh, also you can play You can play like online multiplayer in the Holo Sims with people, which is really cool. So, so at the moment you've got like this store here, so you can have the Stormtrooper one, which I already have. Then there's the Rebel Trooper helmet on there, and then the Snowtrooper helmet. So you can just choose any. You can choose to have any of them, which is pretty cool. Snowtrooper Commander helmet there, as you can see. So yeah, and then it's essentially the same, just with. That's essentially the same with other ones. Basically, you can just get full outfits, basically, which is really cool. And those stores change every hour, so that's cool. So you do various missions. Yeah, so in total, let me get to it. So overall, there's like an actual like proper story for it. So at the moment, there's. Okay, so there's 61 side stories, which is actually, that's actually quite a lot. Fair play. Yeah, there's 61 side missions, which is really good. Well, I say there's 61. I think it's not necessarily different missions. It'll be 61 different objectives, really. So, I mean, there's this one guy called Sakim Kleegil, which is a character in the game. He wants to give you some helpful business advice. So you talk to him, then you need to put his advice into practice in the marketplace, which I think you basically just have to buy something. I don't know. Either way, there's stuff you can do there, which is cool, and there's actual missions. So the next one is Gorgs for sale. So he wants me to speed up. He says to speed up your lessons before Mint ruins everything. Time to take the book. So you have to collect a book from Tuscans. So I basically now need to go probably into the Mos Eisley map, into the Holo Sim, defeat 3 Tuscan raiders and collect books from them. But then the main story at the moment, I just need to collect 800 data bits, so I could do any mission I wanted to on there, which is really cool. But so there's loads of different like objective types and story missions and stuff like that. But then with the so you can see this is the Holo Sim lobby. I don't know if that's going to focus properly or not, but because I can't see the screen at the moment. But you've got Tantive 4, Mos Eisley, Docking Bay, Echo Base, Jabba's Palace, and Endor Platform. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 Holo Simulation missions, which is really cool. So, and it tells you where you can do objectives. So for the main story, I can do it on all of them, but then it seems that I need to go on Jabba's Palace to do my side mission. You can also go in like vehicles as well. So it's just like, let me get back onto here. So you can like get the microfighters, so you can like fly around in the Falcon, and you can go down and actually like initiate races, which I haven't done one yet because I didn't actually know where it was until earlier this morning. I got myself stuck. No, I haven't. But yeah, so in terms of Holosim vehicle stuff, you've got Asteroid Field, Death Star, and Death Star 2. Weirdly, the Asteroid Field is before Death Star, which I don't really get because the Asteroid Field's kind of like Episode 5, but Anyway, there's one from each original trilogy film so far, and then the actual like Holosim missions itself kind of takes place throughout just the main original trilogy events. There's no best pin or anything. So hopefully they'll add that. Hopefully they'll add something on that soon because I think that'd be pretty cool. But the all of the environments are made in Lego, like by Lego bricks, so that is pretty cool. So yeah, there you have Endor platform, nice. So yeah, I think I read I read an article saying that they built a lot of the like environments inside Digital Designer, like the Lego Digital Designer thing, which is really cool. So um, yeah, but there is also like a PvP thing with this game, but I've not unlocked it yet as far as I'm aware. Um, but either way, like there's a lot of depth to this game. It is a lot of fun. So yeah, I'd highly recommend checking it out if you have the Apple Arcade, or even if you don't have Apple Arcade, but you could get a month's trial or something. Because I think you can get a like 3-month trial if you've never had the Apple Arcade before, or it's just a month. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's another one of those games where people are like, oh, it's a mobile game, it's going to be crap, but actually it's so different to any mobile game that I personally have ever played before or ever seen. And I mean, I used to be, I'll admit, I used to be one of those people that I mean, I didn't like hate on a game just because it was a mobile game. I'd never do that, but you know, because it was a mobile game, I was less excited for it. Essentially, that's how I used to be. But I mean, you know, this game in itself, like for me, is just completely broken that, because it's, you know, it's so enjoyable and there's a lot of stuff they can do. And you know, it's been confirmed that we will be getting more content with the game, so I'm really excited to see where that's going to go. And I will be making plenty of content on that. So there's a review next week. The week after, I'll be talking about my hopes for future content. And then if we get any news on the game in the coming weeks, obviously I'll touch on that. And yeah, like every now and again, I will do some like collection reviews, because so like for example, so far I've got helmet wise. So you start off with you just start off like with some hair, but then you get you start off with like an original pilot helmet. I've also got a Skyhopper helmet and a Stormtrooper helmet, as well as the Imperial Gunner. So yeah, you do get given stuff like that, and you can change all of it around pretty easily. So yeah, it's good. It is good. My main game I play now is mobile, just launched on PC. Is that, I'm guessing that's Hunters, Rob? I'm downloading the Hunters Nox, whatever. The file's bigger than I expected. So yeah, so Nox is an Android emulator. And then, so what you'll need to do, I mean, just follow the steps, but what I had to do was I had to download the Nox emulator, then I had to download Hunters, which is only like 200 meg. Then I had to also download this GL Tools app and stuff. Like, yeah, just as long as you follow the steps, you should be absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can play tag with people as well. No, I don't want to do that. Because you can get like Meilu Run. Oh, so okay, look, that's pretty cool. There's an A-Wing pilot legs in the store at the moment, but it won't let me see it because it's all super zoomed in, which is weird. I wonder, is it because I've got this fruit on me? That is the question. I don't know where another online player is. That's the only problem. Either way, though, yeah, like Castaways is really cool. Lots of content to come. Hopefully, you'll not it. No, that didn't fix it. All right, that's fine. Oh, Star Trek Fleet Command, nice. I wouldn't know how to get Hunters. Well, so you see the Discord link above, Rob. If you join that, then you can download it there. So you have to download the Nox emulator, and then there'll be various steps. Download the APK and stuff. So yeah, as long as you've got a PC capable of running that, you're fine, basically. And I'm sure if you're playing Star Trek Fleet Command, you'll be absolutely fine to play Hunters. So join that Discord server, and you'll be fine. If you don't have Discord, I can send screenshots of the steps and any links you need. I'll send those on Twitter DMs if you need to. But I'd recommend the Discord server because if you do have any struggles, then you can always ask people in there, and they're always on hand to help. Because this is the thing, it's weird. Like, I feel like most people don't realize that Hunters is actually playable at the moment on PC, which is pretty mad. Because I mean, a lot of the bigger YouTubers have been, shouting out about it, being like, they've made videos saying that it's on PC and it's downloadable, but so many people don't realize it yet, which is crazy. But it is playable. And it's worth doing as well. It is worth playing. So, are there any? Do you guys have any questions regarding Lego Star Wars Castaways, or are you all pretty set on that? I also actually think the story is. I actually think the story could very well be canon as well. It doesn't really feel like it should be in a way because it's a Lego game, but obviously it's just an art style. So, yeah. The reason I say that though is because in that article, damn, that's cool. Where is it? No, that's not it. That's not it either. So yeah, in that article, it actually says, where is it? Well, yeah. So it's the press release mentions that the game includes classic Star Wars scenes. Where in the Star Wars timeline does this story fit? So, so it says our game is set in a mysterious and inaccessible part of the galaxy, set sometime in the future of the Star Wars galaxy. This flexibility has allowed us to pull in elements from all Star Wars stories and eras. So, yeah, so it could very well, be canon, basically, just in the future. So like beyond the sequel trilogy, which is really cool. So, I tried downloading it on my phone, but my device is incompatible, sadly. Yeah, no, it won't work on most phones, to be fair. I mean, it certainly won't on iOS. So if you have an iOS device, then yeah, just don't. It just won't work. And then most Android devices, to be fair, also aren't working. They have to be like pretty new phones for it to work, really. And even then, some aren't, which is a bit bizarre. But yeah, on PC, it should all work absolutely fine. As long as you've got like a decent PC, then you should be fine. I mean, my laptop runs it without any issues. There's like a couple frame drops, but pretty much everyone's experiencing that. So yeah, it'll all work out absolutely fine, I'm sure. So play Hunters, enjoy it. So yeah, and then yeah, you go. Rob's gonna give it a go as well. Nice. And if you haven't pre-registered on the Hunters website, definitely do it. So to pre-register, just go onto the homepage, scroll down, and then it's all here. If you haven't done that yet, I highly recommend doing that, because if we get to 250k pre-registrations, we'll get this, which is, I think, just basically a bunch of credits we'll get given. 500k signups will get an exclusive avatar. 750k is a skin for Utuni and a skin for their weapons, and then 1 million is a skin for Reeve and a skin for her weapon. So CT has already, good man. Rob, I'm hoping you have, and anyone else in the chat, I'm hoping you have as well. Welcome back, Tom. Good to see you. But yeah, make sure you pre-register. Tell your nans to pre-register. Tell your friends. Tell everyone pre-register, because we need the content. But yeah, that's really cool. So do that. Right. Next topic that I was kind of thinking, it's actually the pinned. I should have done a poll. I should have done this as a poll. Actually, I was meant to do that. Oh well. So it's been the pinned comment for the whole stream, but it's will Quantic Dream reveal their Star Wars game in December, because it's been. Hey, Catechism, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Because not last week, but the week before, I think. Sometime in the last couple of weeks, anyway. There's been some further developing rumors with regards to that game, saying that it's looking very likely that Quantic Dream will reveal their Star Wars game in December at the Game Awards, which is on December 9th, which is 2 weeks tomorrow. Because the 10th is a Friday, Marky Boy. Indeed. 10th is a very special day. So, yeah, 2 weeks tomorrow is the Game Awards, so we could very well be seeing a new Star Wars game revealed there. That is just a reveal, not any release or anything. But if that is the case, then I won't be able to make a video on it until Monday 13th. There will be a video on the 10th, but I'm away from... I intend on being away from the Wednesday until the Sunday, so... No, until the Saturday. But yeah. Video on Monday the Monday 13th video will be my thoughts and details on that, if it happens, but obviously we don't know yet. What Star Wars have you read recently? I finished Alphabet Squadron today. Very nice. I haven't really read any Star Wars in a while. The last thing I read was Rebel Rising, which I finished about 2 months ago. No, I finished Rebel Rising about 3 months ago now, I think. Very enjoyable. But that was the last Star Wars I read. I've been meaning to start Light of the Jedi though for a long time. I mean, I say a long time, but ever since I finished Rebel Rising, I've been meaning to start. Light of the Jedi there, the High Republic book. But I always tend to read Star Wars books when I'm at work. But work's always really quiet. It's a whole thing, but. Yeah, work's always really quiet, but I just feel like I never have time to read anything. So, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely try to this weekend because I really want to start getting into the High Republic and obviously learning more about it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it all looks really cool, but I'm just really excited for the High Republic to have films and TV shows and video games because that's it's an exciting looking era, but for me, I don't really consume reading material that well. I just never feel like I have the time, and I don't have a lot of motivation to consume books and comics and stuff like that. Although I would love to, because I mean the comics are always really cool. But yeah, will Quantic Dream's game be next gen only? Probably. Obviously, the game isn't actually confirmed to even be a thing. It's just heavily rumored by by quite a few reliable sources. So it very likely is a thing. But we just don't know. It probably will be next gen, and I expect most Star Wars games going forward will be next gen only. Or they'll be, or at least for the. Well, I mean, this is a thing. I can't see... Jedi Fallen Order 2 will likely come out next year. Or I'm hoping it will come out next year. Because, goddamn, I need a second one now. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if that was next gen only. Because the thing is, the generational leap that just in terms of the capabilities that... the capabilities that the PS4 has compared to the PS5 is like that, like the PS5 can do so much more, and just next gen can do so much more than previous gen. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if even Fallen Order 2 was next gen only. And Quantic Dream's game, by the sounds of it, has been in development for about 2 years now, so it could release next year. But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could be a case of actually Quantic Dream's game releases next year and then Fallen Order 2 releases the year after. I don't really mind either way, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope the High Republic shows and stuff will release far away enough in the future. I want to read everything first. See, I'm actually kind of the same. Like, I don't really want a massive amount of High Republic stuff to release in terms of that stuff because I want to read everything first. But I mean, knowing me, that's just not going to happen. Yeah, knowing me, that's just not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, as long as because this is it's dangerous. No, not dangerous. It's risky, because obviously a lot of people read the books, a lot of people read the comics, and but not everyone, and a lot of casual fans don't. So when it comes to TV shows and games and stuff like that, then especially TV shows and films, though, absolutely essential for those, and just a bit in games, then they need to make it so that you don't have to have read the books to understand what the hell's going on and to understand who people are. Because if they mess that up, and it's like, I mean, I know like names of, you know, like Avar Chris and Stellan Gios and stuff like that. If they introduce them and you know, they're all like super developed and you know, they're all seen as these big important people, but they don't explain how, but they explain how in all the books and stuff, then that's not good. So it's something they're gonna have to definitely tackle. But yeah, I mean, they have a whole era to play with and a whole galaxy and stuff, you know. So yeah, that's that. It'll be really interesting. But hopefully I would have read most of, or a lot of things at least by then. If you were a Jedi, who would you choose as your master? Plo Koon, 100%. Plo Koon is the absolute boss man. He's my favorite Jedi. He's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. So yeah, 100% would go to him. That is my answer. There you go. I'm stuck with PS4. Can't afford PS5. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, even if you could afford it, good luck finding one, because even now, like, they're impossible to find, which is a real shame. But the thing is, Tom, like, the Quantic Dream game won't. Well, the Quantic Dream game might release late next year. If it does, then I mean, then great. But hopefully, it will be on previous gen as well. But even then, I mean, in a year's time, maybe you will have a PS5. Maybe you'll get one for Christmas or birthday or whatever. You know, we just don't know. Rob has now pre-registered and joined the Discord. Very good. Get to downloading, Rob. Get to it. If you were a Sith Padawan, who would you choose as your master? That is a really good question. Probably. Thing is, I would say Count Dooku, but to be fair, he is an absolute dick to his Padawans. Which, I mean, like, fair enough, he's a Sith and all that stuff, but god damn, he's got no chill. Count Dooku is really cool, though. I mean, I really like Darth Maul, but I feel like unless I was Savage Repress, I feel like I'd be destroyed. The Sith have no chill, and it scares me, but I do like the Sith. I prefer the Sith over the Jedi, but there you go. I mean, yeah, they're Sith apprentices, not Padawans, but it's essentially the same thing. Because to be fair, like, you know, sometimes the Jedi will call their Padawans, you know, like my young apprentice and stuff like that. You know, so yeah, it's the same thing. Essentially, it's the same thing. So yeah, Quantic Dreams game was also rumored to be High Republic as well. If you weren't aware of that, so what we know about it so far, I did do a video on that a few weeks ago. So there's probably more in that than I'm gonna say now, just because I've probably forgotten about most of it, or a lot of it anyway. But what we know so far from rumors, let me get some High Republic content for you to look at. Star Wars, the High Republic. It'll just be the basic Light of the Jedi one. That's fine. Oh no, let's do that. That's cool. It's blurry, but it'll do. Um, yes. So the Quantic Dream game is supposedly set in the High Republic era, which is pretty cool. Um, it'll be. It won't be the first game set in the High Republic actually, because the Tales from Galaxy's Edge VR game has some High Republic stuff in there, and I really need to finish that game because I've only done part two's out now, I think. Yeah, part two's out now. I haven't finished part one. I feel like I've done maybe like a quarter of part one, maybe not even that. I don't really know. But part one and part two of that game are out now, which is really cool. It's a very enjoyable game, so I'd highly recommend that if you have a VR headset. Um, to be fair, it might only be on the Quest at the moment, so if you have a Quest, then play it. It's good. So yeah, potentially High Republic, potentially open world, maybe some multiplayer as well. It's very different from anything Quantic Dream have done before, basically. And the game director is supposedly a guy called Johan, who worked a lot on the Assassin's Creed franchise. So, you know, open world, typical action gameplay, stuff like that. So, yeah, it could be really cool. I mean, you know, it'd be great. I mean, it would always be, you know, it's always cool to play as a Jedi. But I honestly really hope that this High Republic game is from the perspective of, what are they called? What are the High Republic villains called? I can't even remember now. How can I not remember that? These guys. About the... Oh yeah, about the High Republic villains. Great. The Nile, that's it. Yeah. Hopefully it's a game based on the Nile, honestly, because, you know, as cool as the Jedi are, you know, we've already got Jedi Fallen Order, which is a Jedi game. We've had loads of Jedi games already. And I really do want to see more Jedi games, but I feel like having a game set on the Nile would be really cool. And just look how cool their helmets are. Like, that's sick. It's very Mad Max to me, honestly, and I love that because I loved Fury Road. But but yeah, a game set on the Nile, I just think would be awesome. And I feel like that would lend itself more to sort of Assassin's Creed like gameplay. Um, yeah, I feel like that would not include, that would be better suited to like typical action gameplay, perhaps. I don't know. I just think that'd be really cool, honestly. It's the game's been heavily rumored by you know, a lot of people, like Kotaku, Tom Henderson, Jeff Grubb, probably others. Actually, there was this French guy who was the first one to. He was the first one to leak it. So yeah. Man, English mock, an hour and 45 minutes, and a physics mock, and double French. What a lucky man I am. God damn. Is that tomorrow? We need an Imperial-centric story game like Battlefront 2 campaign was, but bigger. Yes, I completely agree, honestly. When I saw that Battlefront 2's campaign was going to be like an Imperial story, I was so excited. I played it, really enjoyed the campaign, but goddamn, I was disappointed that it wasn't more Imperial. Because yes, it was, you know, Iden Verso, she was an Imperial member, and then, you know, defected and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I really like her character and I really enjoyed the Battlefront campaign, but I just really wish it was focused more on actually being part of the Empire, because I feel like this is the thing, right? In any piece of media, you know, not necessarily in Star Wars, because, you know, sometimes the bad guys win, but ultimately the bad guys always lose. They always have to lose. And that is the same for everything, right? Anything, well, as far as I'm aware, anything you watch, some big bad person or organization will come about and they'll create havoc for a long period of time, or they'll try to at least, and then the good guys will stop them, and then normal life continues, and that's about it. So it's always a very typical thing, but it would just be really cool if there was like an imperial centric story where the Empire came out on top, and it's like, ha, there you go. Totally agree. I wish he had stayed with the Empire. Yeah. Still ain't played the Battlefront 2 campaign. Tom, what you doing? Play the Battlefront 2 campaign. It's cool. Yes, tomorrow. I do not envy you. Tomorrow for me is going to be just I'm going to be working on videos all day, to be honest. Be good fun. Maybe do some uni work as well, because I do have assignments coming up. So, yeah. Squadrons has it. That is correct. And by the way, Squadrons fits so damn well with Alphabet Squadron. I've heard, yes. Haven't read Alphabet Squadron. Really want to, though, because I think the author for Alphabet Squadron did Twilight Company. And Twilight Company was incredible. So, yeah. Really want to read those at some point. So, yeah. No, I mean, you're right. Squadrons I really enjoyed the campaign for, because yeah, it tells the story from two sides. Obviously, you've got the New Republic side of things and the Imperial side of things. Ultimately, at the end of the campaign, well, to be fair, no one really I feel like no one really comes out of that winning, because originally I thought it would I thought the campaign would go up to like Jakku and stuff like that, but it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no one. Well, the Empire. Yeah, it seems like the Empire loses in a way. Actually, I haven't played it in like a year now, so I can't really remember all that well. Yeah, I think it feels like the Empire loses, but I don't think anyone really comes out of it amazingly well. But like, not all of the characters die and stuff like that. So, yeah. Also, in Alphabet Vanguard Squadron appears. Yeah, I think that I heard about that. Don't go into any spoilers and stuff like that, because I definitely do want to read that at some point. But yeah, I did hear that Vanguard Squadron appears in that, which is cool. I heard it was banned, and I'm trying to push Apex ranks. I mean, trying to push Apex ranks, then fair enough. But I don't. I mean, obviously, everyone has their own opinions on things, but don't not play something just because someone said it was bad. Like, if you because you've got Battlefront 2, right? You've actually got the game, so it's not like so go and give it a shot. Like, if you didn't have Battlefront, then I'd be a bit more like it would obviously be a lot harder to persuade someone, but if you have the game, then give the campaign a shot. Like, it's it's worth playing, and form your own opinion on it. If you think it's bad, then fair enough. But don't not play it, especially if you have the game, just because someone said it was bad. Like, yeah. Play the campaign when the servers are dead. Fair enough. That's probably going to be a very long time, to be fair. I don't think the servers will truly die out for a very long time, honestly. Unless you're an Australian. Aussie servers have always been a challenge, but that's just because there's hardly any of them down there. So it is really weird to think, though. I only thought about this I thought about this it was several months ago now, but the fact that Australia is so much bigger than the UK, like massively bigger than the UK, and yet the population is like a third of the UK's or something, is nuts. My novel, OCT, are you like writing your own novel? That's really cool. So it also ties in with Squadrons and both Battlefronts. Interesting. To be fair, Battlefront 1 doesn't really have a story or anything like that, to be fair. I mean, it obviously, you can play through different scenarios and stuff like that, like the Battle of Hoth and stuff like that, and Jakku. But it doesn't really have much. It doesn't really have a story. Battlefront 2 obviously does. But no, that's really cool. Send when you finished it, definitely send it over because I'll definitely give it a read at some point. More time to push Apex then. Indeed. Push Apex, boy. What time is it? Oh wow, almost 10 o'clock. Australia have to wear magnet shoes if they're upside down. Yeah, that's a fact. That is indeed how it works. Right. Where was I? I've spoken quite a bit about Hunters, to be fair. I've spoken quite a bit about Castaways, spoken about the Quantic Dream stuff. So that's pretty much everything. That's essentially everything going on at the moment. In terms of Styles gaming, that is the and Earth is flat, just like a globe. Yes, indeed. Something I thought. I'm pretty sure some maps as well in the US they have. Because if you look at like a map like the UK is sort of almost in the middle, but I just find it funny how in the US like the US is the middle part of the map and then it just spreads out like that. I don't know why I find it funny. It's just because I'm so used to seeing maps and America loves themselves so much that you want to be the center of attention, right? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, Hunters, Castaway, Quantic Dream game. Hunters will no doubt be getting some content in the near future. Australia is just a British colony. Goddamn right. Let's not get into that. Oh god. Yeah, Hunters during this soft launch period will very likely get content. It's not. I don't know if they'll have any like set plans in place. Like things will be very flexible with it being a soft launch, but we'll definitely be getting content for that over the coming weeks and months, no doubt. So that's exciting. Lego Star Wars Castaways will be getting more content for that, which will be really cool. Oh, pardon me. I mean, Lego Star Wars Battles as well. It is worth touching on that. Like that is getting content. We will be getting, as the game progresses, we will be getting more planets. We will be getting more unit types. So that is good to see. So if you do have Lego Star Wars Battles, then that is obviously very good. And then yes. Next year, it could be very interesting. Hunters will fully launch next year, so that'll be getting a ton of awesome content. EA will reveal their future plans as well next year, which will be cool. Ubisoft might talk a little bit about their game, but I'm honestly not expecting to hear anything about that for another year or two, honestly. Probably maybe not this celebration, but the celebration after that, maybe we'll see something. Yeah, welcome back, Rob. Welcome back. So when Benji streams, he does it upside down. Exactly. It's just so when he streams, yeah, it's upside down, but he has to like rotate it and stuff like that. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I will wrap it. Pardon me. I will wrap it up in a minute though, because I've pretty much talked about everything I wanted to, and it's actually almost coming up to 10 o'clock. Like it's gone pretty quick the last the last hour or so zoomed by really, which is nice. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to stream today because I've not really streamed in a while. I want to get back into streams more regularly. I said that last time, and I do want to keep doing that, so that's why I wanted to stream today. So yeah. Downloaded Nox VM, but it doesn't want to open. So did you open it? What? So like you downloaded it and then strange. If you're in the Discord, if you're on Discord CT, then message the help channel in Hunters. So it's just, yeah, looking for help. Message that, like send screenshots of things as well. That'll be really useful. So yeah, and then I'll do my best to try and help figure it out, and other people will as well. I'm sure. We'll fix it together. Right, there we go. Splitty Boy should stream 24/7, 365 days a year on a council seat. Imagine. Oh god, I'm pretty sure someone was actually streaming for like 90 days straight at one point, or there was this whole thing about it on Twitch like a few months ago. It was ridiculous. Yeah. So I think the final thing I will say is just this year has been very interesting for Star Wars games. That's for sure. We've had, like, news wise, we've actually had a lot of news with regards to just multiple games. Which has been really exciting. I was speaking to Sammy about it, yesterday. Not yesterday. It was the day before actually, and it's like this year's been a very good, like, foundation year. Like, it's been setting things up for the years to come. So, like, next year, for example, is gonna be massive. Like, hopefully, plenty of content for Lego Star Wars Battles, plenty of content for Lego Star Wars Castaways, especially. I mean, with Lego Star Wars Battles, like, hopefully they'll implement a clan system, but apart from that, it's just new units, new planets, pretty simple stuff. Lego Star Wars Castaways can go a lot deeper, different, new features, new things to do inside the actual island itself, but then also new holo simulations and new classes and stuff like that. Lots and customization, obviously. Hunters will get content, and it will also fully launch, which is really exciting. Hopefully they'll have ranks, but just new hunters, new cosmetics, new maps, new modes, all of that stuff. Really, really exciting. And then we'll also have even more game reveals and trailers and stuff like that. Like, this year's set things up really well, and we're nearing the end of the year, and we've got some really good, Hunters is now soft launched. So there's going to be loads of content to come for that this year and next year. Castaways is launched fully, so there's going to be content coming up over the next few weeks with that, and hopefully for a while to come as well. I don't know how long Castaways will get don't know how long Castaways will get content for, but hopefully it's for. If it was just for a year, honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, as long as there's at least prequel, original trilogy, and sequel stuff in the game, I'll be really happy with that. But yeah, next year is going to be absolutely crazy. I'm going to be doing a lot of content next year. Like I said earlier, starting next week, I'll be doing 3 videos per week again. So yeah, lots of content to come. Hopefully it'll be enjoyable, and hopefully we'll see the channel go from strength to strength as well. Last time we heard about Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, was in August, when we got the trailer. It was August 29th. It was when we got the trailer. We probably won't hear anything about that until early next year. So probably January or February time, because it's spring next year it's releasing. So probably in April or May the game will release. So we'll see. And yeah, actually that's a good point. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga will also release next year on top of Hunters and all this stuff. So yes, very, very exciting time. Lots of content to come. It's going to be very enjoyable though. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll probably start editing some videos, because I need to edit one for next week so that I can start my Lego Star Wars Castaways review also for next week. But yeah, I'll probably do one of these, like, talking streams once per month maybe. Very excited about that one. Yeah, I'm excited as well. It should be really good. Originally I was going to do, like, playthrough videos for it, but I think I'm just going to stream it, to be fair. Might try and get my brother to join me on that one, so we can kind of just, it'll be, You know, I'll be here, he'll be there, we'll be streaming it together. Should be really fun anyway. I think that'll be a really fun stream series to do. So, yes, that is gonna do it from me today. It's been fun. I'll try and do some regular talking stuff. I won't do one next month, I doubt, because I'm gonna be really busy. I'm going away from the 8th to the 11th, and then from the 20th to pretty much going into the new year, pretty much. So I won't stream for a few weeks during Christmas and stuff like that. But yeah, have a great rest of the day, guys. Yeah, I might stream tomorrow, but I might be on Battlefield, so I might stream Battlefield on the second channel tomorrow. So keep an eye on Twitter or my Discord for that. We'll see. The monkey was in the stream the same amount of time as me. It was good old monkey boy. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and may the force be with you always.